Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Please have a seat. Watch your step. I will need you to speak up for the benefit of Madam Court Reporter.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
What did I say your name? If you could spell it for the jury and court reporter, please.
Yeah, Sergeant Jacoba Boyd, Jacoba, last name Boyd, Boyd.
And where do you work?
Memphis Police Department.
How long have you worked there?
Almost 19 years.
Were you assigned, what's your assignment now?
Felon Response Alpha.
Were you assigned to homicide back in February of 2022?
Yes.
And how long have you been assigned to homicide back then?
Almost 5 years.
Did you get assigned a case involving defendant Brandon Isabelle
Yes, I did.
back in February of 2022?
Yes.
Do you see Mr. Isabelle in the courtroom?
Yes, I do.
Where not for?
It's right here wearing the black suit, black tie.
When you got this case, what do you do generally? The first thing you do when you get assigned a case of investigation like this?
Make the scene, get briefed by the officers, supervisors, other investigators that are there, kind of get a feel of what's going on, and then survey the scene, observe the evidence that is present.
Now, you said this case is was this case a little unusual?
Yes.
Because you said scene, but here we have,
Yeah, in this case, we have multiple scenes.
okay. Was at some point Brandon Isabelle developed as a suspect?
Yes.
What did you do when he was developed as a suspect?
What we typically do, kind of look at the evidence and put everything together, and then obviously we interviewed him.
Okay. When you're interviewing a suspect, and at this point, what do you know about the crime?
Well, at this point, we have a young lady that was shot to death, and we also had a child that was missing.
Okay. And what do you know about Brandon Isabelle's relationship to the person that was shot to death and the person that was missing?
That he was likely the father of the child.
So you seek to talk to him, correct?
Yes.
So is that what you do? You can tell us
Yes.
about that. How did that go? Or how did it initially have it go?
We spoke to him. He was taken to 170 North Main, which is the homicide office. Got him in there, spoke to him, read him his rights. He agreed to speak with me and my partner, Sergeant Winbush. And initially, he gave a story of meeting the deceased Danielle at MAPCO. And that story kind of fell apart under questioning. And
What else did he say about the MAPCO, that initial story of the MAPCO meeting?
that he met Danielle to give her baby clothes.
Okay. And then what did he say after the MAPCO? After he gave her the baby?
Said he gave her the baby clothes, and then she left and he left. And he told us that she was alive the last he saw her.
Okay. And did you know that story, or did you question the veracity of that story?
Yes. So the story didn't make sense. It didn't, the timeline and everything, it didn't make sense.
Okay. And so you kept questioning, and what do you do when you think someone's not being truthful with you, when you think a suspect's not being truthful with what you're saying, and you know certain facts, what do you do?
We listen to what they're saying, and then eventually we confront them with the evidence that we have.
Okay.
Or we confront them on the inconsistencies of the story that they're telling.
Okay. So you start confronting him with facts that you know to be true?
Well, we just confront him about, not being truthful and, just asking questions and trying to clarify what he's saying. But eventually, yes, we do start confronting him with the evidence that we do have.
Okay. And what are you looking for out of any suspect, Brandon Isabelle or any suspect? What are you looking for when you're interviewing them?
Well, my job is to find the truth.
Okay. And what are ways that when someone's telling you something, suspect, whoever, they're telling you something, what are the ways that you can confirm that to be true or not true?
Well, we listen to them, and then we try to corroborate the evidence that we have or that we obtain.
Okay. So you're saying you try to corroborate what they're saying with actual evidence? Is that
Yes.
Okay. What did he, and I'll take, tell us, or tell the jury about what he said about the very beginning of this day, before any homicides or whatever. Do you remember what he was doing at the beginning of that day, February 1st?
He advised that he was spending some time with his other child, taking his child to the doctor. At some point, he said that he did go to the hospital to see Danielle and the child once the child was born. And from what I can recall, after that, he met with Danielle to give her some baby clothes.
Okay. Were you able to confirm by some other way that those things were true, that he did go to the hospital to visit Danielle and the baby, surgery center, and those things? Were you able to confirm that those things were true?
Yes.
And how did you do that?
Through GPS and things like that.
Okay. And did you ask a detective to look at his phone and look for GPS points?
Yes.
What did he say he did after he got home from those things, from the surgery center and from Regional 1?
He said eventually that that he went to meet Danielle to exchange the baby clothes, and he said from there he left and he went home. Or he left MAPCO.
Okay. But ultimately, when you confronted him with facts, he changed that story, correct?
Yes.
The story that, but then he still, what? Then he said what?
Well, once we confronted him with those facts, that's when he stated that he actually met her in a secluded area. And his initial story was that he was there with the second story that he gave us, or roundabout second story, was that he met her there, they talked in the car, and then she gave him the baby and he left.
Okay. Now, did that story seem plausible to you and Sergeant Winbush?
No.
So you didn't think that made any sense?
No, it did not.
So if a suspect then tells you, he changes from one story that you don't believe based on facts, right? Then he tells you another story that's not believable because it just doesn't make any sense, right?
Right.
Do you stop there?
No, we continue to confront him on the inconsistencies of the story, and eventually he admitted to shooting Danielle.
Okay. And he said what? He went to, did you say that he still went to Matco and then to Levi Sedgwick?
I can't recall that far. I just know at that point we were during the interview, we were confronting him about the inconsistencies, and then, he admitted to shooting her.
What did he ultimately, let's get to what he ultimately told you, the ultimate story at the end of the interview. What did he ultimately tell you? What was his story?
The ultimate ending to that interview was that he shot Danielle multiple times, pulled her from the vehicle. Then he advised he took the baby to his house, and then eventually to the river, where he threw the baby and the gun in the river.
Okay. Did he say anything about the car after he shot Danielle?
Which vehicle?
The
There's
vehicle
multiple
she was in, I'm
vehicles.
sorry. Did he say anything about the vehicle that she was in after he shot her?
Yeah, he advised that he shot Danielle multiple times and her vehicle started to roll backwards.
Okay. Was he the first one to mention that he shot her?
Yes.
Was he the first one to mention that her vehicle rolled back?
Yes.
Was he the first one to mention that he used,
Objection to leading.
who was the first? I'm sorry, I'll rephrase.
Sustained.
And frankly, Judge, when a question like that is asked, arguably it's not leading because it doesn't suggest an answer. It's a yes or no question. If I asked him, was he the first one to mention that he shot her, he could say yes.
Are you withdrawing
He
the
could say
question?
no.
Are you rephrasing it?
Yes, I'll go ahead. Who mentioned first that he used a 9mm handgun?
He did.
Who mentioned first that the car rolled backwards after he shot Danielle?
Brandon did.
Who mentioned first that he shot Danielle?
Brandon did.
Who mentioned first that he took baby Kennedy to the river?
Brandon did.
What did he say he did after he took baby Kennedy and threw her in the river?
He advised he threw the gun in the river after he threw her in the river, and he ran away. And eventually, from what he told us, was that he ended up at his girlfriend's house, Artesia.
Okay. Did he say what he did in between throwing the baby in the river and getting to his girlfriend's house?
I can't recall detail in that regard, because at the time I was more so concerned and focused on finding the baby.
Okay. Did he mention going to any stores?
Yeah, he said that he went to Walgreens, I believe.
Okay. Did he mention what he did with the baby Kennedy's chair, car seat?
Initially, he told us that he left her inside her car seat by the river.
Okay.
But eventually he changed that story to saying that he removed her from the car seat and threw her in the river.
Do you remember what he said about where he put the car seat?
I don't recall where he told me what he did with the car seat. But eventually we did locate that car seat.
Do you remember where was it located?
It was located behind a Walmart by the dumpsters.
Now, you indicated that what you're looking for is the truth,
Right.
correct? And you also indicated that a way to determine whether or not someone is telling you if something is true is to check it against what?
The evidence.
The evidence. Did you have evidence that, besides him saying he was at Levi and Sedgwick, did you have evidence to indicate that he was in fact at Levi and Sedgwick?
Yes.
What was that?
The GPS locations from his phone.
Besides him saying that he went from Levi and Sedgwick to his house out in Cordova, what evidence were you able to find that backed that up?
Once again, the GPS from his phone, and also camera footage from his parents' house.
Besides him saying that he went from his parents' house in Cordova back down to the river, did you have evidence to back that up or
Yes.
corroborate that?
Yes, his GPS on his phone, and also there was a LPR hit, it's a license plate reader, that registered his vehicle going over the bridge towards Island Drive, Harbortown, close to where the other evidence was located, where he threw the baby in the river.
So you said he had his GPS on his phone, shows him going from Cordova to Mud Island.
Yes,
And then you said a license plate reader?
yes,
It's his tag.
yes.
Was there also video on Mud Island?
Yes, there also collected video from Island Drive that shows a vehicle that looks like his vehicle.
Okay. You indicated that he said that he threw baby Kennedy in the river.
Yes.
What did you find down by the river where he would have thrown baby Kennedy in the river?
But one of my partners located a child's hat that was looked like what appeared to be fresh.
Did you inquire from any other witnesses to who that hat belonged to?
Yes.
And what did you learn?
We learned that that hat belonged to baby Kennedy.
Do you remember, did he tell you when he went to Walgreens, were you able to confirm that he actually did go to Walgreens?
Yes.
And how did you confirm that?
GPS and video.
And do you remember what he purchased at Walgreens?
I can't remember exactly. I believe Sergeant Winbush collected that evidence, but it was a 6-pack of Sprite and a couple other gifts and a note.
Gifts? You know who the gifts were for?
They were for Artesia.
And you indicated also that you took the car seat that the baby was in and put it in some other location?
Yes.
Were you able to confirm that he went to the other location?
Yes.
And how did you confirm that?
GPS and video.
GPS showing him going to the Walmart?
Yes.
Video of someone dropping off the baby seat at Walmart?
Yes.
Was the car seat found at Walmart?
Yes.
Were you able to confirm that that car seat did in fact belong to baby Jenny?
Yes. Through family members.
All right. You got a little emotional a couple times during the interview, right?
I did.
Tell us about, well, what's that? I know they want to talk about the Dodge and Dick's comment or whatever, so if you would tell us about that.
Yeah, so during the interview, we were very focused initially on attempting to find the baby alive. So we knew we were working against the clock. And I did say the Dodge and Dick statement, but that was more so to kind of open Brandon's eyes as to the seriousness of this and what was going on.
At this point, you're hoping to find what?
I was hoping to find the baby alive.
Okay. And you take him down to the river, right?
Yes.
Was he pointing out where he left the baby?
Yeah, he pointed on the other side of a gate. It's a little gate they use to close the parks. But he advised that he sat her down on the other side of that gate towards the water.
Were you hoping she would be there?
I was hoping very much that she would be there.
He was sitting right in there pointing where he said he left her, right?
Yes.
Was she there?
No.
What was there?
Her baby hat. That was it.
Was that upsetting to a lot of the officers?
Extremely.
Generally, we've seen the video, but what's his demeanor most of the time you guys are talking to? What's Mr. Isabelle's demeanor?
Pretty just chill.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to relevance and speculation as to anything that's going on in his mind.
Let's ask about his demeanor. He can judge the demeanor of someone when they're taking a statement from them.
Overruled.
Well, he appeared to be kind of relaxed, sleeping.
Okay. I wanted to ask you about that because there's been how long would you say that you actually spoke with him, interrogated him, interviewed him? How long was that?
Well, it was broken up into a few sessions, but overall, maybe 3 hours, maybe.
Okay. And a lot of the time was downtime. I'm calling it downtime. A lot of times you guys weren't talking to him, right?
Right.
There was a couple of hours before you ever started talking to him where he's sitting back where he's sitting in the room by himself, right?
Yes.
You remember what he's doing most of that time?
Sleeping.
Were you guys bothering him while he was sleeping back there?
No, we would occasionally check in with him, see if he needed to go to the bathroom or, water, make sure he was comfortable.
But if he's sleeping, were you just gonna let him sleep?
Sure.
The last, and there's some gaps in between too, but every time you guys would leave him alone, what would you do?
He would lay down.
The interview ended at about the 7-hour, 50-minute mark. Is that right?
Yes.
Then he's back there for another couple hours, just sitting. Is that right?
Yes.
Did y'all talk to him any more after that? That last few hours?
I don't believe so.
And what's he sitting back there waiting on after you guys have finished? I'm talking about after he demonstrates how he throws baby Kennedy into the river. What do you guys end the interview there, right?
Yeah, I believe that we ended the interview there, but we continued to collect evidence and corroborate his story. Because, you can confess, but we also want to match the evidence that we have and make sure that the confession is real.
Right. And that continues,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Is that also going on during this whole 6-7 hour period that you're talking to him?
Yes.
Okay. I want to draw your attention specifically again, though. He said something about the Sedgwick and Levi crime scene was a more complex crime scene than the others. Is that fair?
Yes.
I want to put up a photograph, and you kind of reviewed that crime scene as
Yes.
the investigator.
Yes.
I'm gonna put up a photograph that was previously marked as, is it 95? 145, sorry. I have up here what's been previously marked as exhibit 145. And if you could just refresh, I know we just talked about it, but what did Brandon Isabelle tell you about how the crime occurred at Levi and Sedgwick?
So, what Brandon told me and Sergeant Winbush during that interview was that he lured Danielle to that spot, that secluded area. As you can see, it's dark, trees on both sides of the road. So he says that he lured her out there, said that he heard something in the tree line behind her, and when she turned and looked, he pulled out his gun and then he fired multiple times into what he described her upper facial area.
Okay.
Then he says that, I guess after the shots, the vehicle started to roll backwards,
Okay.
and he had to get in and actually stop the vehicle.
Okay. I'm gonna, let me start with, if you could zoom in on there's a vehicle, you see that vehicle way back there? What did he say he did with Danielle's body after he stopped the car?
Well, he said he pulled her from the vehicle, and then he took the baby from the backseat of the vehicle and put the baby in the car seat inside of his vehicle and left the scene.
So is that Danielle Hoyle's vehicle right there?
Yes.
Some distance back from the pile of glass and the... Do you remember
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes, that's her vehicle.
Do you remember what kind of shoes she was wearing?
I don't remember the brand, but I believe they were like maybe a red running shoe, I believe.
A bright colored shoe?
Yes.
Did that look like her shoes beside the car?
Yes.
Who was that in the picture there?
That's me in the picture.
Okay. Now if we could zoom back the other way. Now, there's a pile of glass right there, right?
Yes.
And there's two evidence placards right there. And were those the shell casings?
Yes.
What gun did he say he used to shoot Danielle?
He said that he used a Glock 9mm.
Let me fast forward what has previously been marked as Exhibit 149. If you could take a look at that and let us know what kind of shell casings those are.
Thank you.
Do you need additional lighting, Sergeant Boyd?
No, I'm fine, ma'am. Thank you.
I think he has younger eyes.
Nine millimeter Luger Hornady rounds.
You said Hornady 9mm?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to hand forward two other shell casings. To your knowledge, were two shell casings also found in the front passenger seat of the Perkins car?
Yes.
You open those. Open those up.
9mm Luger Hornady.
You guys also, your team, right, searched the defendant's car, is that correct?
Yes.
Did you find a magazine in that car?
Yes, we did look at a magazine in that car.
You could look at that exhibit. Oh, I apologize, I did not name which exhibit that was. I'm going to hand you what's previously marked as Exhibit 36. can take one out if you need to.
9mm Luger, Hornady.
Okay. So, the live rounds that you found those in Brandon Isabelle's car,
Yes,
are they or are they not the same as the shell casings found at the scene?
yes, they are the same.
Are they or are they not the same as the shell casings found in victim Danielle Hoyle's car?
Yes,
And you indicated you were looking for the truth, right?
that's correct.
And how do you determine if what he's telling you is the truth?
We corroborated with the evidence.
All this we've been talking about the last few minutes, does that corroborate everything he told you in that interview room?
Yes,
Now, you also asked, that we had Special Agent Garner up here, and you asked him to look into the telephones look into Brandon Isabelle's telephone, correct?
that's correct.
So we got the GPS coordinates.
Yes,
You also got some text messages from his phone, is that correct?
yes.
And were they at the night, of the night of the murder?
Yes.
And who was he texting mostly during the night of the murders?
He was texting with Artesia.
Okay. I'm going to pass forward what has previously been marked as exhibit, I believe that's 118. Are those the text messages that were retrieved from Brandon Isabelle's phone?
Yes,
You also already indicated that you had GPS coordinates as well, correct?
yes.
Okay.